everyone. Today we're going to talk about something that's probably been keeping many of you awake at night, which is to figure out what to do after high school. You know, that feeling when you've just finished your final exams in high school and you're just feeling randomly lost in life, and suddenly everyone starts asking you those dreaded questions like, what do you want to do next? And what's your future plan? And you're just sitting there, mind blank, heart racing, not knowing how to answer. Trust me, I've been there before, and I totally understand how that feels. And that is why I want to make this video to help you guys. I promise you that by the end of this video, you'll have some solid idea about making decision about your life. And even if you don't figure everything out right away, you'll at least know what to think about to help you to make this decision. Let me share something I really believed in. There's this quote that resonates with me every time I think about it. Everyone is a genius, but if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing that it is stupid. This means that there is no right or wrong career pathway, but only whether the career that you're going to choose is going to be a good fit for you or not. We're all being judged by the same measuring sticks in school, as if we're all supposed to be good at the exact same things. Well, at least in most of the school, things usually work like this. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that education isn't important. Me myself was also one of the students who is always trying to strive for good academic results when I was in high school. And I realized that after graduating from high school and university, and after having some exposure to the society myself, I realized that there are so many more important skills other than knowing how to get a good academic results that can guide us to having a successful career and a happier life. Let us talk about what really matters, which is getting to know yourself better. You might be thinking about, oh, how am I supposed to know myself when I've spend years just following what teachers and parents tell me to do? Trust me, I get how you feel. We've all been there before. First, you need to know your own strength and your own weakness. Also, what kind of character you are. Are you someone who loves being around people, or do you need a quiet time to recharge? Are you someone like detail-oriented, or do you work better under pressure, or you prefer to work like in a steady pace? It will take time to slowly know yourself. This is actually not a task that can be done in just a few minutes time. But I'm going to list a few questions that you can answer at your own time. Answer the question in a paper, list all your answers in the paper and keep them, and then you can review them later when you are researching for the possible job that you want to do in the future. This question sometimes will not be easy for you to answer, and it will also take some time and a lot of self-reflections before you can write down something. That is why some people decided to take gaps year to experience different things in life so that they can understand themselves better to answer all these kind of questions, which will help them to know what they really want to do in their future and what sort of career they will choose in the future. But I also understand that not everyone will want to take a gap year, because I'm one of those people too. All I wanted to do last time is to want to graduate from university as early as possible to become more independent. However, answering those questions are really important because it can help you to decide your future career that will be suitable for you. So the more questions that you can answer, the better. So I'm going to give you an example on why it's very important to know yourself before you decide on all these things. For example, if you're someone that like to have a stable life and like to be close to your friends and family, then having a job that requires you to work in a place that is very far away from family and you have to be alone all the time, even if you are able to earn a decent amount or like a high salary from this job, you still won't feel like happy as a person. Like you'll feel like you're missing something out in life. So you need to think about how your career choice align with the life you want to live. So I'm going to list a few important factors for you to consider. Different careers have different lifestyles. Some jobs require lots of traveling, others might have like irregular hours, some allow for flexible scheduling, and others might be more structured. You know, like how people say, if you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. Well, actually that's not entirely true, but it definitely make things easier. So how do you find your interest and passion? You need to look at the small detail you do in your life, like what YouTube channels do you binge watch? Are you always clicking on video about cooking or like tech reviews or maybe like true crime stories? These could be the clues about your interests, like also what topic makes you lose track of time. Maybe you like to spend hours editing photos or like organizing events or helping friends solve their problem. If you're curious about something, you don't have to figure all this out just by thinking about it. You can actually try things out. And let me give you some example. If you're into design, you can start small. You can sort of like create logos for your friend's Instagram business and see how you went. If you like writing, you can start a blog or you can help local businesses with their social media content and see how you feel about it. If you're tech curious, you don't need to be a coding genius right away. You can start with a basic website building. There are so many free online courses that is like created by university like Harvard and Yale University that we can all try out. The courses usually have the same level as a degree in university. You can go up there and try them and see whether you will enjoy certain subject or not before you commit to a full degree. Now let us come back to the realistic part. Often when we talk about career, there's always a close relationship with financial planning. So we have to think about like how are you gonna fund for your studies in university? How much will the fees cost and whether you can apply for scholarship. And of course, we'll have to consider the return on investment for your chosen path. I have one of my friends who have chosen a 2 years technical program over a 4-year degree. Everyone thought that he is like making a big mistake, and it turns out that he started earning earlier and then he's got like more practical experience and he learned how to invest his hard-earned money, and now he's actually in a better financial position than many like of us do. I'm not saying that this is the right path for everyone, but it shows that there are multiple roads to success. And again, all of the choices that you made have to be aligned with your value in your life. Another aspect to think about is the industrial trend. It's super important because the job market is changing faster than ever before. Jobs that existed 5 years ago might not be around in another 5 years, and new ones are being created all the time. There are a few trends to consider nowadays. Like remote working is becoming more common. Think about whether you can see yourself working from home or not. The other thing to think about is artificial intelligence. So we might need to think about how this might affect your chosen field. Let's talk about something that many of you are probably dealing with, which is pressure from family and society. Maybe your parents want you to become like lawyer, doctors, engineer, like the very traditional kind of parents. But actually you're passionate about something else. Or maybe like society tells you that, certain careers are more respectable than others. If this is not what you want to do, you can actually handle this by trying to have an honest conversation with your family about your interests. You can show them the research about career prospects in your chosen field. You can also find a successful role model in your desired career and show it to them. Anyway, we have to always remember that success looks very different for everyone, and I'm sure people who really care about you will try to understand how you feel and support the decision that you made for yourself. Here's something to think about as well. You don't just have to pick one thing. In today's world, many successful people have multiple income streams. You might have a main career where you have your main income from. Then you might have a side business or a freelance work based on your hobby. Your main career job might be able to fund your hobby or your side business. You might even want to think about like passive income from investment to create a life that is aligned with your value, your goals, and your lifestyle. What we have discussed are the things that is worth considering while choosing a career path. Before we wrap this up, I want to remind everyone that success isn't a straight line. It can be a bit messy while trying to figure things out by yourself, but in the end, it creates something beautiful and unique. Therefore, remember that it's totally okay to take some detour, Try out different things. Think of it as like taste testing your career options. Please ignore the society norms telling you that you have to get rich or become someone successful by a certain age. Also know that it is okay to change your mind at any point of your life. Who knew that what you love at 18 might be different from what you love at 25? The question that I've listed earlier in the video, the answer that you have written down, it will change over time, and it's normal because we all know that they change all the time. You should create your own path, knowing that sometimes the best route isn't on any map, and there's no correct way to live your life, and life is not even supposed to be perfect. Alright, let's hear from you guys now. Drop a comment below and tell me what career you're thinking about, what's exciting you and what's scaring you. Let's talk about it. Your story might be exactly what someone else needs to hear right now. If you found this helpful, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe. You just have to remember that your journey is unique and that's exactly how it should be. See you in the next video.